Shall we compare, Daniel, son?
Let's twist them.
Shall we?
They have twisted.
Shall we compare? We got Rogue, Callaway,
yes.
Standard Rogue.
Yeah.
Up again.
The M4.
Taylormade. Let's see what we get out of both of these. We're at Torquay Golf Club with Dan. There is still snow around. The course actually isn't open, and they have let us come out and film, so we will be treading very
carefully.
But I'm looking forward to this. Should be an interesting one.
This will be good.
So we're going to hit 2 shots with each club, and we're going to play, we're not actually going to play this hole out. What we're going to do is we're going to see what we get out of each shot on each hole that we play simply with the driver.
Okay. We've
got dry ball data numbers on both of these clubs. If you want to see them, just hit the, or search my channel, or maybe I'll put some links down below for you to go. You're starting with the Rogue.
So we're going to go with the Rogue to start, yeah?
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
Nice drive. You quite like the sound and feel of that club, don't you?
Yeah, it just sits nicely for me. It's almost like sits a bit toe down, you know, it's quite nice.
So I'm going to start M4.
Yeah.
Do you like the look of M4? I think it looks good down by the ball. Silver black ball looks nice. Obviously the twist face is the big talking point in this, but you don't see it down at impact or at address. You know, I don't see funny twists, which again makes it look nice. Nice. Pretty straight and hit, not too bad. Liberty there for you. Take that.
That's good.
Which one do you prefer the look of, Daniel?
Oh, they're both really nice looking, actually. I could play either.
Sound, which then interprets as feel. Any preference?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rogue on that. I think you know, I've gamed the Taylormade before, the M1.
Yeah.
Really liked it, but this is nicer again.
Yeah.
I think it's a nicer looking head than the M1. It's a little bit stockier is probably the word.
Okay.
A bit squatter, probably a bit deeper in the face, and just a really nice club to look down on, to be honest.
Right, 4 tee shots from 2 of the most boring golfers on the planet. What have we got there?
Okay, so I got M4, Taylormade M4.
Taylormade M4.
And then 7 paces on, I've got the Callaway Rogue.
So that's the Rogue.
Yeah.
So that one is my Taylormade. So that's my first shot.
Yeah. That's your Taylormade, yeah. That's your first one.
And then my Rogue
is up there.
Is that, what's that, 10, 7 on?
Yeah, it's just on the angle, it's about 10 paces up.
And I think that's important. On the angle, that one's going to do better. Because it's a dogleg left. I've kind of cut the corner.
You have cut the corner a bit there, yeah.
4 drives, all very close to each other.
Yeah.
Which was longest out of your 2 shots?
So Rogue was 10 paces on, exactly the same for you.
So we'll hit some more and see if that continues. I'll be surprised if it does.
Yeah.
Again, for me, out of those 2 felt very similar. To be honest with you, the Rogue, I called it slightly out of the heel, which is why I think it stayed more up the left. I'm quite impressed with how far that went, considering where I hit it. I certainly didn't hit it massively out of the heel. Quite interesting, different shape.
Yeah.
This one's a funny, kind of straighter shape, much more curved on the Rogue, which I'm sure is to do with the twist face kind of designs.
Yeah.
Both have the changeable neck, so if you're looking for dialing in, those kind of things, both have changeable neck. Jailbreak obviously in Rogue. You get hammerhead slotting in Taylormade. Again, full reviews on these on my channel if you want to watch more in depth what's going on. Geoacoustic as well, playing with sounds. Hammerhead with the strengthening bars. Almost echoes Jailbreak a little bit in its ideas. Both carbon tops, a little bit of a little step on the top of the Rogue, but again, I'm not seeing any increases in club head speed with that. 2 good looking clubs. One more bells and whistles looking, but looks very good in M4. Rogue, a bit more traditional to what Callaway have looked like for a long time and a bit more understated. But again, that's all down to opinion. both felt similar. I couldn't tell much difference, maybe a little louder in M4, but not much. So at the moment Rogue has an advantage, but again, as you see when we do these, and we're not doing it as much today, when we play these out, obviously when you start hitting second shots and that, there isn't really much an advantage in any of those. I see you have to start going like 20 yards on, I think, to see a massive
half
difference.
a club there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe a club, but yeah.
But Dan's going to hit 2 first. Again, it's accuracy and direction, distance. Let's see what you got. You're going with the M4 first.
M4 to start.
Which you do like the look of, don't you?
I do. It sits really quite nicely for me.
And you don't see the TwistFace really, do you?
No, not in there. I'm looking at it now. Wouldn't know.
Why do you think you might not see the TwistFace?
It's like half a degree, isn't it?
Yeah, because is it really a thing? It is a thing in my opinion. It is, and it isn't in my opinion. You got an opinion, Dan?
I don't have opinions.
So I just don't think. I mean, you tried to measure half a degree and get people to see that. No one's seeing.
No one's seeing that looking down. No.
That's why they had to do that face thing where they made it massive. That was the only way because it's like, how can we get this story out there?
Yeah.
Go on, what were you going to say?
Well, I sent you that picture, didn't I? That big model they made.
Yeah, the big Pringle.
Like, the big Pringle. That's it. And that doesn't look anything like what I can see on this. That is not a Pringle.
Wow. Maybe it. No.
I can't see. Can you see it?
Barbecue or sour cream?
Oh, sour cream all day. All day.
Right, Daniel, son, driver. Let's see what you got. Oh, that's a low heely up the left one. Did you hear that?
Heel. Look at where I've got that.
You're seeing that down.
Look.
Oh wow, is that where you? So it wasn't that low, little low, but it was low actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not much closer.
But is there the twisties down there? Is that twisting?
Of course there is, and obviously that's come back to the middle of the fairway, is it?
Yeah. Rogue.
You're levitating towards this one. You have in other reviews as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I like it. I like the look of it. It's a bit more friendly than the Epic for me. To be honest. Certainly not a Pringle.
Better hit. So that should be further. You've hit that better.
I have, but I've still got it out of the heel. Like I'm getting
is it? That's only good for the heel.
It's very good for the heel. That I've caught that right out there. Look. But a little bit. That would have been in the twisty area, wouldn't it? In the other one.
Yes. Right, I'm going to start Rogue. Kick me off. Obviously, I gamed Epic, so this is all very familiar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think the weakest thing is with the Rogue?
Go on.
And it's not about the club. I just think it's a weak name when you've had a club called Epic before it. And as sad as that is, I think that has an effect because so much of this game is marketing when it comes to you making your decisions on these. So let's see how performance fares, being the main question. Hit that pretty nice. Slightly up the right though.
Just up the right hand side.
Getting that down. It's under that tree.
Just under that tree there.
I hit that one quite well.
Yeah.
Let's see how this
sounded good. Again, I like that sound off that.
Yeah, it's got that proper Callaway carbon sound, which they have perfected. This is a good looking club, I keep saying it. It does look great.
I agree, it looks lovely.
Just a bit towing, and that is not coming back. In fact, that's gone for it. Clipped the tree and came out.
Let's just clip that tree and just popped
out. But mine was struck here, and you saw what happened to that. That didn't come back, did it?
No, it didn't.
Kept going.
That was not moving back.
Oh, come on, TwistFace! Bring back the ball!
Help him!
My toes, normally, I'm like a professional tower of the ball, and they generally come back to the middle.
They always come back.
Don't increase my toe. Now I have to, that doesn't help me, does it? So this mines are a bit irrelevant here. There's my Rogue, just kind of ran under these trees. There's my M4, and it obviously landed in this tree. So to be honest with you, they probably would have gone about the same distance. And then the rightness, it can't be the face, because I'm not seeing the face saving me in any other way, so it can't equally then harm me if you think about it. It just it plays with your ideas of logic. And think about me, I'm pretty kind of hardened to market it in golf, but you're still having to question it because there's people saying, oh, it's this thing. That can't go right because of the face, that has to be me. Because if it does go right because of the face, equally then that face could help you if you think about it, couldn't it?
How'd you get on?
I've picked mine up, Dan.
Have you?
Because I think they would have gone the same distance.
I think you're right, just one clattered into a tree, didn't it?
Descriptive words to put me down. Clattered into a tree. Lovely description. So we've got one for Dan there.
Yes.
And then we got the second one there. So how many yards difference is that between the two?
15. 15 paces, that.
And which one is which?
Taylormade, out the heel. Rogue, out the heel.
But I'm going to put this out there. That has nothing to do with the club. You've literally just missed it one and hit the other one better, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I've got one right out the heel there, and this one still out the heel, but not quite as bad.
So you testing these, apart from your personal preference of the Rogue, if you put that aside, these two shots, you would class them as one's gone further than the other, or that they've gone the same distance?
Well, they've gone the same distance, really. If I'd struck that one as well as I'd struck that one, I'd probably be within a couple of paces of that one, really.
I totally agree. Well, I hit mine quite similar, Dan.
Yeah.
One of mine was a bit further right than the other. How did you hit yours?
I hit them both quite nicely, actually. Again, the Taylormade was a little bit further right, I think, than the Rogue. But we'll see when we get up there.
Similar to me, actually.
Yeah.
Let's get up there and see if anything has happened. I reckon Ron might be 50 yards further. I really do. Right, here is my 262er. That is my Callaway, and Dan is stood over there. That is my Taylormade. I would say that's gone a yard further at best. A yard. Now, Dan, you have what is what with you? Oh, that's your Taylormade, isn't it?
This is Taylormade.
How did you hit that?
Yeah, quite nicely again. Yeah, all right.
And then up here, you are like Rogue loving, aren't you?
I like that Rogue.
It's doing a bit more for you, isn't it?
Well, it's the normal Rogue, isn't it? It's not the sub. But that is nice. I want one of them.
You felt like you hit them similar?
Yes, very, very
Look
similar.
at your smile. So you have to pick one now. Obviously you would pick the Rogue.
Yes.
New game though, you have to game the Taylormade M4. Is your game going to suffer for it?
Not really. I'd be quite happy with that. I've hit pretty much most of the fairways with it. It's happy to play that club.
For me, out of the two, hard to choose. I could game both. There's a part of me that would choose M4 because I quite like something different to what I've done, and I do like the look of it. There's a big part of me as well. Think about this. This is an interesting point. If I was on telly, and let's say I was a fringe player that didn't have contracts, like lots don't now, the companies have pulled out of lots of those kind of things, I'd probably game M4 hoping that I have some success. It's such a distinct looking club on telly that then they might come after me.
Yeah.
If they're so similar in performance, which they are. Sound, I do actually prefer the Rogue a little bit more on sound. I like the jazzy looks of M4. I think TwistFace, you post comments down below, let me know what you think and what you care about. Is TwistFace a thing? Well, if it is, I'm not seeing any evidence of it either way. I don't know if you feel you are.
No, I'm not seeing anything from that. I've got, as you said, the last few shots I hit out the heel, I'm not seeing anything different than what I'd see on another club that I've been playing with, you know? So, no, I'm not seeing that is a massive draw for me to want to hit that club because of that.
So go and test them both. Let me know what you think. Post comments down below. Another little point here, Dan. I didn't hit mine great, but you've outdriven me on both of these.